Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I feel like you guys have been waiting for this video long enough, so here it is. This is my, I guess, quarterly, or it's actually almost June, so I guess my half-year update on my Hobonichi lineup. I've been doing Hobonichi cousin videos and a few Hobonichi weeks videos here on my YouTube channel, ARIEBEA, which you are currently watching, and I thought it would be about time that I update you guys on how I'm using it, things that I have changed since the beginning, when I first initially set up some of these planners, and yeah, things that I kept the same. So why don't we get started? I'm actually first going to talk about my Hobonichi cousin because I feel like a lot of people have been asking me about it. So this is my Hobonichi cousin Avec in the A5 size. I seriously freaking love this planner. This has been my main planner this whole year. Even though I am a rings planner girl, I really love personal rings. I found that this planner has been really nice to work with this year. There's some elements of this planner that I really love. Some of them I don't normally use too much, but I guess I'll talk to you guys about that today. So the cover that I have my Hobonichi in is from K. This is their leather notebook cover. I feel like a lot of people have now purchased this cover. I've been seeing a lot of people share it on Instagram and on Facebook groups and stuff like that. I seriously love this planner because it is leather, so it's very, very durable, and it's quite affordable as well. I also really like how there is a back pocket in the back. Usually I keep one of these vellum folders in the back here, so I can just slide in my stickers in the back here, and I don't have to worry about like losing them, or I can't find them when I'm planning. So I just brought these out to show you guys that I like putting them in here. But I really like this cover, and I also really enjoyed the pockets in here. So this pocket setup is probably one of my favorites. I do like the Hobonichi, like the actual Hobonichi branded covers as well, the one with the butterfly clasp. I have here my A6 journal, and I really like this cover. I don't normally close this with a pen, which is what it's intended for. I usually just use them as two different pen loops. I really like the configuration of these pockets. I just think it's really functional, and there's so many pockets you can fill with a ton of different goodies. For my A5, however, I think I prefer this layout that's in the K. I do have a Hobonichi branded cover that I'm currently not using. You probably would have seen it in one of my first Hobonichi cousin videos. The reason why I stopped using that was because I have yet to get a clear cover for it, so it's collecting a lot of my dog's hair. So now that I have this leather cover, I feel like it's just a lot easier for me personally. So as you can see, my cousin looks a little bit different from when I first started using it. I think I started changing a few things like maybe a month ago, but I still really like it. So I'll quickly show you guys the things that are in my pockets. I just have a few little deco pieces, some little cards for like cuteness and stuff like that. This is a clip from Confetti Baby and Grumpy Bear. I also have just a few little pieces of paper just for decoration. I can also put stickers in here, but I feel like putting it in the back pocket or in the back pocket over here is just a little bit more convenient for me. So here I just have some deco. This is a little, this is a sheet of paper also from K. It's from one of their B6 notepads that I thought was really nice in this setup, so I just left it there. In the front here you get a few different pockets. I'm currently only using two. One of them is housing some of these stickers that I have currently in my Etsy shop. I've been designing stickers like crazy, so I decided to put some of my favorite ones in here, and they match the setup really well. So these are the stickers that I'm currently using, and I just put that in here, and then I also just have a die cut. This is also from my shop. This is an oops because the ink smudged because my dog decided to lick it. So I just have those tucked in here, and I also just kept a little paper clip on the front cover of my cousin to hold this quote card from K and this bow die cut from Grumpy Bear. So my actual like notebook looks a little bit different. This is, like I said, the Avec notebook, so you get two notebooks for the whole year. This is the first half, which is January to June. The other half is July to December. I actually didn't mind the yellow cover of the first half of the Avec notebooks. I think it's still a beautiful color, but I just wanted a little bit of a change because I do have my Avec also in my A6. So I decided to print out this digital paper. This is from Happy Scrappie. This is a beautiful cherry blossom digital that you can get on her website. I printed out 2 sheets of them, and then I just made my own little notebook cover in here. Let me just take it out to show you guys. Let me just take this out so you guys can see a little bit better. So it's literally just like a notebook cover. I just folded 2 sheets of paper together and made a little jacket for my notebook cover. Oh, so sorry, I have a ton of stickers in the back here. But yeah, so I just slid my Hobonichi into this paper cover and just taped a little bit of washi in the back there. And so far it's holding up quite well. The washi sometimes comes out from the back here, but I just retape it with other washi that I have. And I think it's a really fun way to sort of customize your notebooks. I also did one with my A5. I also did one of these with my A6 actually, and I thought it turned out so cute. That's why I decided to do it with my cousin as well, because it turned out so well. So let me just put this clip back. The reason why I have this clip here is to open this guy straight to my tracker here. As you can see, I haven't been like super good at tracking things. I forgot to track a lot of March, which is unfortunate. I might go back in and see if I can fill some things in, but I mean, it's already passed, it's already May, so I've been doing well now. Oh, I think I skipped a page. Hold on, let me just go back a little bit, one more page, to show you guys my monthly. So, this clip is still from HelloPaperCat. It's still one of my favorite clips, super cute. I wanted to show you guys, I didn't do much on this yearly page. I still just have my stickered kit. This is from my Etsy shop, ARIEBEA, as you guys all know. This is still one of my favorite kits, the moon one. On this important dates section, I am writing a few different dates on here, but this is more for like finances and stuff like that, so that's why I covered it with a sticky note from Van Sticky. I'm planning on highlighting in here as well days, like my paydays and stuff like that. I also want to, I'm also thinking about highlighting the days that I'm ordering like stuff for my shop as well, so I'm also tracking a few different things in my yearly on my in my weeks, so that's why I kind of didn't want to do it, but maybe I will just in case. I can always just change it later. I mean, this is my planner anyways, so I'm just gonna put this paper clip back on and put my die cut and stuff back in so I don't lose it. But here is the vertical yearly that comes in the Hobonichi Cousins. The first spread I am using for a habit tracker, and so far it's not bad. I do have other habit trackers like in my personal rings that I've also been using, so that's why I've been neglecting this. Sometimes I forget this is here. This is one of the pages that I'm not super, I don't touch it every single day, you know what I mean? Which sucks because it's a habit tracker, right? I think I decided that I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to try, especially for the next half of this book, I might put a few different habits and like maybe some more health things in here, so maybe that will remind me and like trigger me to use it a lot more. On the bottom here I just have some post-it notes that are tracking my stats for both my shop and other social media, so that's why I have some post-it notes over it. I think it's just nice to, as an overall, see all of these things. On the second spread here, this is redated. I used the first half of another yearly kit also from my shop. And this is like my index that you would see in a bullet journal. As you can see, the top and the bottom are blank. I don't necessarily need it for my index, although I can. But this is basically all of the things that I have in my daily pages. I filled up a lot of these pages, as you can see, but I do have a few like empty spaces, which I think is okay for me, considering that this is like a full year, like literally a day per page. I think I did quite well, because there are some days, especially on the weekends, where I don't write too much, but I still have managed to fill up a lot of the pages that I have in here, which for me is quite a success. So after these pages are the monthly pages, and I've been using the kits that I sell in my Etsy shop, and I've really been enjoying them. They're quite fun and colorful. This one I haven't actually listed, I don't think, yet. I'm still working it out because it's still in my old format. I might change it. So sorry about that, my card was full, so I had to go change my SD card. But this is how I generally like using my monthlies in my cousin. I do have a large sticker here to cover up a little bit of the blue stuff that was underneath here. I think it's another calendar. I can't actually remember. But I know some people do like a full like sidebar here, but I personally really like writing my to-do list underneath here. And I also really like the grid of the Hobonichi, so that's why I enjoy laying it out like this. Mainly in my monthlies, I do like a little bit of deco. As you can see, I have like washi and like fun stuff. This bottom washi is also super cute. But here I generally like keeping an overview of what's in my weeklies. I've heard a lot of people say that they write like the same thing in their planner multiple times, which for me I think is okay because you can just see things in like a wider context for me. So of course I'm going to write that I made an Amazon order on this date in my weekly and in my monthly. And also write when it arrived, just so I can see at a larger context how things are moving. But so far I'm really enjoying how I'm using this. I like using these dot stickers to mark important things. I also really like all of these boxes. I tried to keep this as functional as possible, but also really cute with whatever pattern I'm using. So that's basically it for my monthlies. I'm going to go into some of my weeklies. So this is where I think I stopped showing you guys some things. When I first got the Hobonichi, I was just doing pen, and it was a little bit difficult for me to find things after because nothing was like standing out to me. So this is how I started to organize myself. I made like these little appointment labels that I don't think I'll be releasing these in my shop because I would put slightly larger things in these stickers and then extra notes with these dots. Sometimes I'll even write like to-dos in these dots and check them off, but other than that they'll just be like things that I want to remember. Sometimes I'll put like some quote stickers, and as you can see I used a lot of chibi stickers in this week as well. I do use the timeline that comes in here, but I use it roughly, so like maybe this didn't take me like 2 hours, maybe it only took me 1.5, but I'm gonna use that sticker anyways. And something that I kept like throughout this whole process was like this little like banner thing at the bottom. I really liked separating these things over here so I can find things like really quickly. Usually I write stuff about like Amazon orders if I'm like waiting on something. For example, on this day I put my Etsy shop on vacation mode because of COVID, just to be a little bit safe. So I took a maybe 3-week vacation from doing orders, which was a little bit weird for me. But I want those things to be like super easy to find, so that's why I put them on the bottom. I guess I can also put them on the top here, but generally I just put like either holidays or birthdays on the top, which is working out really well for me. This one was a week where I used an actual like EC kit. I used leftovers from it. I didn't use any full boxes, as you can see, but I used a lot of my own dots. These little box stickers are from my shop, but I used a few of these like appointment labels and like just dividers and stuff like that just to make my things look a little bit more cute and pretty because this was when I didn't have any kits. It did get a little bit messy. For example, this week was super messy because it was the Made in Canada sale weekend, so I had a lot of to-dos during that time. This spread was actually one of my favorites, and I used Hobonichi Weeks stickers that I had in my Etsy shop, and I compiled them in here, and it looks really cute. All of these boxes are sized to fit inside of the Hobonichi Weeks, and I think they work really well in here as well because you can put like a small sticker or an icon next to it, so I think it looks really cute. This is probably one of my favorite layouts, and as you can see here, I still kept like this strip to write out little notes throughout my day. This was the first week that I was testing out my kits. I changed a few things, like this was the old checklist and I changed it to be a little bit wider and like I started making these box stickers, which I love. I think they're so cute. I also have habit trackers in there. I do have like a, if you watch one of my latest videos, I did do this plan with me, so I do have like a full box, I guess you can say, in here. I have bottom washi as well, and it's just really cute. Actually, I can put a few more stickers at the bottom here, just to mark things out, mark things that are important. Sometimes I use checklist stickers, other times I don't. I just write whatever I want and space them out nicely in the grid. The pen that I like using in here is the Pentel Energel pen. This is the needlepoint in 0.5, and I think it works really well because it stands out against stickers. My all-time favorite pen, though, to use in my Hobonichis is the Signo DX. Inside this pen I just have the Energel refill, but I need to get more of the Signo RT refills in here because they are so much nicer. And I really, really like it in my Hobonichi weeks and in the Cousin. I can't use this Energel refill, sadly, in my weeks because I feel like it's just too thick. So now that you've seen all my weeklies, I can go ahead and show you guys a few of my dailies, which I feel like a lot of people want to see. I haven't shown a lot of this stuff because some of it's private, so that's why I've not taped it. I just put a sticky note to fold some of the private pages together, so I'll just quickly show you guys what I have been doing. So earlier I mentioned that I haven't been writing in every single daily page, and that's because I don't use it for my to-dos. I sort of use it as like journaling or just extra things that are on my mind. For example, here, this was a spread in February that I wrote my ideal schedule and all of the things that I wanted to do. And on the next page, I just wrote about some Korean skincare that I was thinking about getting and why I wanted it, and stuff like that. And I'm still thinking about going back to fill these up because I do have a lot of things on my mind, and there are things that I do want to like remember and write into my index, so I probably won't waste these pages. I'll probably go back. Honestly, you don't have to. I could just leave them blank if I wanted to, but if I have something to write, then I'll write it. I'm not gonna stress myself too much to make it super pretty. I mean, my handwriting in here in the first place isn't that nice. But these are my daily pages. I actually had a really, really hard time during March to fill in my daily pages. So this is what I did instead of doing dailies and all of those informational pages. I had so many blank pages in March that what I decided to do was create this ultimate planner wish list, and I decided to paste in information about planners that I really liked, and I wrote like a little description as to why I like it, the pocket configuration. Sometimes I would even write the prices of things. Because there are times when I'm looking on Instagram and stuff like that and I see a bunch of people with like planners and really good setups and ideas. Sometimes I'll just write them in here. This page, for example, is full of planners that are actually not available anymore, but I just wanted to write out why I like them. And actually coming up with this idea was quite nice because I would have written this in another notebook anyways, and just having this here just makes me really happy. Because I did paste in some pictures and a little bit of lettering in here, it did get a little bit more like puffy and chunky, but my Hobonichi cover can still handle it, so that's what I really like. So here are some other pages that I have in here. I just have, you know, like some animes that I really like, planner collections and stuff like that. I had some other pages that I wanted to talk about. Sometimes I would write like wish lists and things like that. Over here, write a description. I did some doodling on this page. Now I'm going to show you guys some of the more recent things. So I wrote in wish lists, Amazon orders. Sometimes I wrote like inspiration. Again, this is more like wish list stuff. In here I wrote my planner lineup updates and stuff like that. I don't put too much pressure on myself to fill out a full page every single day. I will say that in my daily pages though, instead of using like this pen, this Energel pen, I do like using just the regular like Uni Jetstream pens in here, just because I feel like I just want to write things like really, really quick and I don't want to wait for this pen to dry. I still do smudge this Energel pen sometimes with my hand, but this is a ball pen and I just write things like really, really quickly. Either that, or if I have it, the Signo The Signo RT refill, that one dries really quickly as well. But for some reason in my dailies, Unijetstream, in my weeklies when I use stickers, the Energel pen. So in these dailies, like I said, super simple. Either it's what I'm going to be doing that day, what I'm going to be doing that week, just random to-do lists, random notes that I've been wanting to write for a while, wish lists, things that I want, things that I need, just reflections. Sometimes I do that, especially like for my shop information. That's all in here as well. And generally after I finish writing, I'll just grab like a mild liner or something, like a marker, like a super tip marker, or even like a brush pen. I'll just write in a title, highlight a few titles and stuff like that, and then write it into my index. It's really, really simple, but so far I've been really enjoying these daily pages. I think in my next half of the year though, I will put my tabs on the daily pages rather than on the weekly pages, because I feel like I would use them a lot more that way. But that is everything here in my cousin. I feel like I explained everything as good as I can. The stickers that I use in my weekly are either from this back pocket, or I'll usually, where's my other pocket? This was actually the vellum pocket that I was using to put my stickers for my cousin in here. It's a little chunky if I'm honest, but it still slides in the back here perfectly. You can see the little bulge, but that is basically my whole cousin setup. It might not be as neat as some of the things that you've seen on social media, but I really love this planner. It's a little chunky as you can see, but it's still freaking cute. I love it. I'm definitely going to take out these post-it notes when I finish this video because they're kind of throwing me off. I want to like flip through the daily pages, but I don't want to show you guys my personal information. But yeah, so that is how I've set up my cousin, how I'm currently using it, things that I'm liking, things that I'm not really liking. So this video turned out to be quite long, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get to these weeks in this video. So I'm going to stop this video now, and I will